Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And salutations. Yeah. Awesome sauce. Gonna be just now getting on today. I had to go drop off my wife's car at the shop to get the brakes done, the back ones. And I had to come home and do a little weed eating in the front backyard because I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. And Sunday night, I worked at another locale with a friend of mine downtown. So I was doing some extra work for extra molo, extra money. And I think I forgot. Well, no, I think I did that. I did that right. Yeah, I think so. So we've been playing this for about an hour, and then I'm going to switch over and play some Ghost Recon. Let's go get me some coffee here in a moment, even though I already had 2 cups this morning. I hadn't played this in a couple of weeks.
Don't mind me.
Don't mind me. I'm just doing my job here. Yeah. Cheerio. Bob's uncle.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given.
Whew, man.
But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant. Ifrit.
Ifirit.
And there is nothing I can do to change that.
I hate how they pronounce it. Ifirit.
It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital.
No.
And pay a visit to Mother.
Dum dum dum. Let me get me some coffee here in a moment. As soon as all these cutscenes are done with. Gotta love Final Fantasy games.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, we will be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And
yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
That man's so important, he wears 2 belts.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord.
That
Theirs
absolutely
is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
do nothing.
Gentlemen,
Because
did
the man
we
is
swear
wearing
to
a
see
dress.
our people starve?
Well, I really do think
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the Blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
There will be uproar. Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost? And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do.
It is the men of mullet power. A strong mullet. Who wear dresses with 2 belts.
Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Arthur. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
Bahamut.
As you command.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have
Are
been
you
called that on
mad?
occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
From the
That's
ground.
easy. They're mined from the mother crystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the mother crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, Well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the mother crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups? The gods themselves?
Burn up.
So now you want to do something about the crystals. And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
Alright, gonna get me some coffee now that all the cinematics are finally over. I'm gonna play this till about, I guess, 11 o'clock. And then, switch over and play some, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Yeah! Get some. Let's see if I can pour me a cup of coffee. Oh, man. I'll probably say in about 5 or 10 years from now, depending on how well my channel does or not does, I'm probably gonna retire from streaming. And also it determines on how things progress in my life. What's going to be going on between now and then in the next 5 to 10 years. Lately, it seems like my wife and I hardly have any time to do anything. I gotta watch for MTV to call me. All right. Whew.
Don't mind me. Just taking a quick...
Don't mind me. I'll just take it in on the thing. Yeah.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier. Sound happy.
So what god's-forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The Holy Capital. And what business would you lot have in... On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
That Gaia blade does less damage than what I'm currently wearing. Sold out anyway.
Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, summat foul's brewing. And it ain't Tyre's borbile tea.
Oh.
Just go and see Otto, will ya?
All right.
Alright. Go see the blacksmith real quick.
Wanted to send a message.
Figure out where that. Oh, here he is.
I see I'm busy here. So, what'll it be?
The flame tongue. Yeah.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. Anything else?
Ooh, I like the flame tongue. It's cool. Alright.
Take a seat, Clive. I'll fetch... So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
Yes.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send the Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but... who is this dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute. The Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman. Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
Alliant reports are now available for viewing by speaking to Gott at the Alliant report counter in the Hideaway Mess. These reports compiled by the Curse Breakers contain information on quests currently available across Balliste. Man,
I suppose that's everything.
I'm starting to think I barely scratched the surface with this game. I barely scratched the surface of this game.
Clive, was it?
Yep.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake said is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifirit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
What? Us two behave? Get out of here. Oh, man.
So,
I can't wait for fall
we're
weather.
meeting in Northreach. And will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
You know?
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad? There were purple handprints all over her skirts. Sun's setting fast. They'll all be back from the vineyard.
I'm not sure I'm going the right way or not.
Is it safe to ride to Northreach now?
Seaside, you're watching North Witch now. I thought what's her name was with me, Jill.
You know what to do, boy. Sick of Torgal.
Well, oh, it's Ashland City again. I thought that was NTV calling me at first.
Let's make this quick. Sick of Torgal.
It's funny, these random numbers never leave any voicemails. Good morning, welcome to the stream. But I heard some over there. Like a critter crawling around and stuff. How them critters behave.
There. Northreach.
Let's go see what this item is over here. Alright.
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel, but that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south.
It all smells
Give me one of those hands.
How about a plum for the apple of your eye?
With reds, whites, ales, meads, ciders, perries,
The right to
murrays.
confiscate any objects forbidden by the throne.
Not another step, branded, or you'll be spending the night in a cell.
Search for the dame.
Spices from the faraway deserts of Dalmekia.
Oh, cool. There she is.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time.
Bitch, you don't know me.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
Oh, she knows him.
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but... why would you...
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested.
Nope.
Unless... Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely.
She's weird.
But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
Women. They're so crazy sometimes.
You say these are all from Dalmekia?
You say these are all from Dalmekia?
Are you gonna buy something or not?
What the hell are you doing?
What the hell are you
Tut,
doing?
tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But... it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Now get out of my sight, filth.
What a piece of shit. The way they treat the Brandit in this game. Crazy.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement. As do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
Well then, I suppose you'll need
I only in a video game will the main character stand there while the other character walks off and leaves him.
Tell them she is feeling unwell.
Then he has to catch up.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Looks like a what are those places called that have where escorts main officer. I forget the term.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatiana has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation.
So far.
And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. No, I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
I do more watching than playing. Moon and Stars from Isabel.
Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
I don't want to skip any of the cutscenes.
I should probably start here.
I'm still cooling off from doing some weed eating outside.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatiana.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared?
The day before. She was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatiana was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder.
Boobies.
Someone else did. Tatiana shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
Don't you like when you have to go outside and do yard work, and you're outside for 30 minutes to an hour of weed eating? Your hand that operates the trigger of that weed eater gets temporary paralysis or Parkinson's disease. You can't pick up anything heavy without your hand shaking. You see that? It's not so bad right now, but you try to grip anything tight, your hand starts shaking like crazy. Getting a lot of rain and not a lot of time to cut the grass.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an
Escort?
errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne.
Well.
Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Top of the hour, I'm gonna play some Ghost Recon Breakpoint. But
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late.
Huh?
Oh, don't tell me.
I feel like I barely got anything done on this game. So many damn cutscenes.
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then, is it?
What do you think? Nothing like a quick tumble on another man's coin?
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in war. Yeah, Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Oh, man. Burn it up.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Sweating to the oldies.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Oh. That was NTB that called me. I have to say Ashland City on it. Give me a second, guys, real quick. I gotta call NTB back.
The markets are a very...
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
Alright, I'm back. That was a quick phone call. Getting my wife's back brakes done, and I didn't realize that was them calling him. I live in Tennessee, and the place I took my wife's car to was in a place in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. And it was coming up as Ashland City on my caller ID. So I was like, who the hell's calling me from Ashland City? Which is nowhere even close to Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Nowhere even close. So I was like, hey, who are you? There's still work to be done. Get your hands dirty. We're helping me with the yard. Put your back into it.
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Man, I can't imagine doing farm work. I'd pass out.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon.
You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
You don't think he's a deserter, do you? My lower back hasn't been the same since I threw it out back in 2010, and then I got COVID and I was in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her.
Pushing the damn pushmo around for 10 minutes kills my back.
Many traders stopped to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarrelling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
Yeah.
The trader? Oh, yeah.
I'm 6'2".
Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of
Not
shouting.
as in shape as I was way back when.
Seek him out. Keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
I wish my job required more physical walking, but mostly I'm sitting my fat ass in a chair at my job and occasionally getting up and going through people's clothes.
What's this? A branded?
What's this? A branded?
Must I call for the constable?
Was that call for a constable?
From Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I am. I am the good lady's servant. What is it that she requires of me?
He suddenly changed his tone, didn't he?
You were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right.
He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one.
But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him.
Certainly was
he
not,
insisted
as I
that
told
it was
him.
of great value, and was quite vehement about my appraisal.
I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me
They went toward more British actors
but
this
as
round.
it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything. Be
Okay,
sure and
calm
tell
down
her,
now.
Won't you? That I was helpful.
I'd do anything for the
Most
dame.
helpful.
Anything. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all know who the dame is to these guys. I don't want to miss out on any pudding tang. That guy definitely changed his tune. Get out of my face, you brandish! I'm here with a dame. Oh, you here with the dame? Oh my God, my apologies, good sir. Oh. Mm-hmm. He knows the dame.
Of death here, Togo.
Smells of death here, Togo. Those look like hyenas.
Wolves.
Or wolves.
We can't let them get any closer to the village.
Get him, boy!
Yeah! Damn.
There, boy! Get him! Give them all you've got, boy. Stay down!
Yeah. Awesome sauce. Get some. Those bitches got what they deserved. Yeah.
Bodies. A man and a woman.
Dang. That's crazy. Yay, combat!
Have been busy, but the blood is long dry.
Man, I don't know what I would do if I was like walking in a park somewhere and I found a dead body.
Tatien.
That'd be crazy.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to sea every night. You said her name was Tatien.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him.
Dang.
You know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
Really?
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatien is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
You know, I would love...
I need to tell Isabel.
Would love to play through the entire series of...
Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatien by.
Assassin's Creed. But all these new games coming out, I don't think I'll ever have time. I'd also love to play through the entire series of Kingdom Hearts. But I'd have to just put aside the new games coming out and play those. But another thing is, they don't have Assassin's Creed 1 on the PlayStation market. And I don't know if it'll ever will come to the PlayStation market. The game is a bit redundant on doing all the missions and stuff, but I do love the story of the first Assassin's Creed game.
Had another branded drop in the field yesterday.
If it was a message that needed delivering, I could have seen to it, milady.
Of course you could, had it not been personal. You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then?
She's dead. Last night, my wife and I watched the new Flash movie. It's pretty good. I love the cameos that were in it.
My dear
all the Easter eggs and stuff.
It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
I'll have to see if they have it on Steam. And I also have to get a decent working controller to play on my PC to stream it on there if I can get it on Steam. I haven't even thought about looking for it on Steam. I'm going to be switching to... Man, it's already 11 o'clock.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
The pacing is so slow in this game. Yeah. The pacing is so slow in this game, it's going to take me forever to get to the damn game. I'm going to be switching to Ghost Recon here in a moment. Here in about a minute here.
I should go.
Tom Clancy, Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, all that.
I have one last gift.
Yeah.
A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Or to mention the same thing.
All right, man.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish.
As soon as they get done flapping their lips.
Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
Oh, they're done talking? Oh. Ugh, man. I didn't think they'd ever stop talking. I've done barely anything within an hour of playing this game. I've been started to work on Sunday nights with a friend of mine, but I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do that because, man, it takes away a lot of my stream time from working Sunday nights. I slept almost all day yesterday. I tried to get up at 8:30 yesterday, and I slept till like 2:45 in the afternoon. I was like, oh my god. I was so tired. And I didn't do anything Sunday night. I sat in my car watching Flash on Netflix. The CW Flash on Netflix in my car in this parking garage downtown. For like 7 hours. And then I came home and went to bed. It's horrendous. It's so boring. But anyway, guys, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to smash that like button. I do love it. Yeah, I do love it, man. It's a good show. It's connected. There's a Green Arrow show that was on CW that's on Netflix. Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl. They're all connected in the same universe, or in the same world, pretty much. First, the Green Arrow show came out years ago on CW, and then sometime later, the Flash show came out, and then sometime later, Legends of Tomorrow, and then Supergirl. So they're all kind of like, they're all made by the same people pretty much. And then occasionally, every now and then, every so often, they had crossovers on their shows, which they all had to team up and fight some big bad within the shows. You'd watch part 1 on Arrow, then watch part 2 on The Flash, then part 3 on Legends of Tomorrow, then part 4 on Supergirl, kind of thing. You had to watch all shows to see the whole story. But yeah, it's a pretty good show. I like it. It's a more, Flash is a lot lighthearted than Arrow. Arrow was dark, and brooding, kind of like Batman, But pretty good shows. Anyway, smash that like button, guys. I'm gonna switch over to play some Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Yeah. And I'll see you guys in a little bit.